Good morning, guys. Good morning, everyone. Hope everybody is well. I just woke up. Sorry, don't bother about how I look at this moment. But I just want to do what I have to do. One of the reason I'm making this video is just because of the call that woke me up. I'm just doing this video because I know that many women out there are going to benefit from it. I'll make this very short video, but in another very good day, I will do another video to explain it further. My very good friend called me just this morning, telling me that if I want to come over to her, that she's very stressed. Then I asked her, why are you stressed? She said because of her elder sister is very depressed because she's going through menopause. I just laughed. I was just laughing. I know everyone listening to me now will say, why will you be laughing? I laughed. And one of the reasons is that she knows me very, very well, and she knows my story. I think that is one of the reasons she decided to call me. I just want to tell the women out there, menopause is not a disease. It might not be a very, very pleasant journey, but it's not an illness. Every woman will get there. I'm going to share my personal experience. That is the reason I'm making this video. And I hope I'll get your listening ears. I went to menopause at the age of 38. Yes, you heard me right. At the age of 38. At the age of 38, there are women out there that is not yet married. At the age of 38, there are women that are married that don't have children yet. At the age of 38, there are women that are looking for, you're just looking for one thing or the other. You don't even think of settling down. At the age of 38, there are women that just want to grab a degree before they settle down. At the age of 38, there are women that are waiting for the right man to come. At the age of 38, there are women out there that you're still thinking of what to do with yourself. You're still thinking of, should I have on this first before I settle down, or should I have that first? At the age of 38, there you see other women that maybe they are done maritally, having children. They are done. But my case was not like that. I went on menopause at the age of 38. I'm going to tell you guys very short story about it. Then maybe some of that time we can continue. Today I'm less busy, so I just woke up. So let me just quickly do this before I go have a shower and do other things I have to do. I just woke up. You can see I'm still in my bedroom. So let's crack it on. How did it happen? Before 38, I already had 2 children. You see, blessing. I had a boy and a girl. I had 2 children already at that time. But later, after having my 2 children, I was having problem of fibroids here and there, heavy bleeding. Women that have fibroids, they will understand what I'm talking about. I was having this heavy bleeding. And even there was a time I did an operation to just take it out, and it came up again. When I celebrated my 37th year birthday, one of my wishes is that, oh, I want to have more children. And that was one of my wishes. Before 40, maybe if I can have one or two. Then in December of the year I completed 37 years. Some people may ask, they will say, how old is she now? My dear, I'm working towards my 60. Any woman that is more than 55, you're working towards more than 60. You are working towards your 60. So I was that year of my December of the year of my 37 years birthday, I bleeded heavily, really very good heavy one that I think for 3 days of it I couldn't even go out of my room. Then January of it, nothing came. Bleeding heavily. You, as a person, you'll be thinking, oh, maybe it was because it was too much last month. January, nothing came. February, nothing came. March, and I remember that, oh, for 3 months now, my menstruation hasn't come. I was not in any relationship, so I will not think of pregnancy. There was nothing, no relationship. There was nothing of that. And I had my separation already for a very long time, so I was just alone. And that morning, here in Europe, in January, the cold is really, really heavy. But I was sweating. I was sweating. My windows was open. I was sweating. I remember my window was wide open all night. So that morning I was sweating. I was just thinking of maybe it's fever. I was just thinking of different kind of illness. Then I just decided to pick up my phone and call the doctor. Sorry, I did not even introduce myself. My name is Royal Rose, but many people call me Rosie. I just called my GP. I live in United Kingdom anyway. I called my GP. And I told my GP what I'm going through. And my GP invited me to come around. So when I got there, I explained to him. And because I was not in a relationship, pregnancy was ruled out of it. He asked me to go for a complete blood test. I went for a test, for complete blood test, blood count, everything. I did all the tests. And, when the result will come back, if the result is not really good, your GP will call you back again. So I remember the next day, after all the tests they asked me to do, the next day of it, I received the call from my practical medical surgery. And my GP told me, can I come around that evening? I said, no, I'm working. And lo and behold, that I remember that day we had a lot of emergency at work. I was working in a teaching hospital then. We had so many emergency and everywhere was just filled up. I asked him, can I come the next morning? He said yes. So the next morning I went. Getting there the next morning, he gave me some other tests to go and do. Being in a medical field, I work under health sector. When they are referring you, trying to investigate like that, it's very, very worrisome. I become very, very worried because he didn't tell me anything. He just asked me to go for the test and all that. So I went for the test. And the next day, the result came back again. So he invited me to come. This time, I couldn't even drive. I just called one of my friends. I said, please, can you drive me to my GP, please? Then she said, what is wrong with your car? I said, no, nothing is wrong with my car, but I just want somebody to come with me. I said, you come over to my house. We can go with my car. I don't just want to drive. She said, okay. She came. She's a white lady. So we went. On our way, I just told her, look, I did some tests. When we were going, I was sweating in her car. And she was looking at me, are you okay? Are you okay? I said, yes, I'm okay. I said, I feel hot, but I'm okay. She said, oh, and you are not wearing any coat. You are not wearing any jacket. It was just a t-shirt I was wearing. I can't remember. This is so many years ago now, because I told you earlier on that I'm working towards my 60 now. When this thing happened, I was just 38. So she said, are you okay? So when we got to the car park, I decided to tell her, look, I'm going to see my doctor. I don't know the message he has for me. I said I did tests before. I did some blood tests. The result came back. My GP did not tell me what happened. He requested some other tests. And she said, are you fine in yourself? I said, yes, I'm very well in myself. I said, but the only thing is that I feel hot. In another 10 minutes or in another 1 minute, I feel cold. I just feel different thing. But I'm not in pain. Apart from that, I don't have any other thing. She said, okay, let's go. We went. When we got to the doctor place, my friend was sitting down. I was sitting. And the doctor asked me, do you want her to be here? I said, yes, for anything. Let her be here so that whatever it is, I have somebody that will take me back home. Then the doctor said, Rosie, are you okay? I said, yes, I'm very okay. Whatever it is, let me know. He said, with the results that came back, you are in menopause. I said, what do you mean? What is menopause? What is the meaning of menopause? What do you mean by menopause? Are you sure that is my result? The way I'm just talking, and that is what exactly my words that time. I said, are you sure? Are you sure that is my result? Are you sure my result is not misplaced with somebody else or whatever? He said, no, this is your result. That is the reason I ask you to go and repeat all the tests I even added. Then I said, okay. I said, well, it's good enough. Then the doctor was looking at me. My friend was looking at me. Then my friend said, what is good enough there at the age of 38? I was almost 38 that time. I have not clocked 38. But my birthday was in the following month to be 38. And she asked me, what is good enough here? Why do you take things so? I said, it is good enough. And she asked me again, what is good enough here? I said, I'm almost 38. I'm 38. She said, no, you are not. I said, I am. I said, well, it's just few days or few weeks to 38. And she was looking at me. And the doctor said, most people that speak boldly like this, at times they go back home being depressed with that age. So he was not trying to explain to me that he's going to refer me to a consultant. And I'll be followed up. I said, for what? He said, no. He said, I might just be talking now with that age. That is a very, very rare age. That most people that went on menopause at that age or before that age or a little bit after that age, some of them were being referred to psychiatric. Some of them were being referred. I said, no, I don't need that. But he didn't believe me. It was painful, but in one side of me, below and behold, inside me, I was happy. Ask me why. I already got 2 children then. So it wasn't, though it was a shock, but at another hand, another side, I was happy. I have 2 children already. So I was happy. I was, in fact, if I could open my heart to anyone that was close to me that time. I was very, very grateful to God. I was very, very thankful to God. And I was very, 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 very grateful to my mother. Because if my mother was not there for me, maybe I couldn't have had those two children. Then, the time I had them. But I was grateful to God. So when we left them, I became really quiet. Though I have another appointment in the next 2 days, because now the doctor, his work is to follow me up, to know my well-being and all that. So we left. I became so quiet. If you ask me what was going on in my mind, I don't even know. I was quiet in the car before we got to my house. I was so quiet that I couldn't even understand. At that age, I was not only thinking of myself, I was thinking of what the doctor said that, it's a very rare case. There are women that at that age, even before that age, or a little bit after that age, that went on menopause. I was thinking of them. I was thinking, maybe some of them don't even have children yet. I was just thinking. So many things were going on in my head at that moment. I didn't know that there's consequences later. I didn't know. Or little did I know that it has some later effects, which I will talk of another day. So when I left the GP place, I became quiet. As I said, I went home. I have to call my place of work to say, look, I need an emergency time off from work, and it was granted. I spoke to my manager about just what I'm going through at that moment, so she just gave me 2 weeks. And me on my free time, I love traveling. I love to see beautiful places. I love to see places that I have not been. If even though I've been there, I just love to see places apart from the environment where I live. So I remember I got a ticket. I traveled to a part in Germany. That part was called, is it Leipzig? Because I had somebody there, one of my girlfriend, my youth friend. She was there, but I did visit. We just play around. She didn't even know. I didn't even tell her my problem. I booked myself in a hotel, but very close to her, so that we can see every day with her husband and all that. And then when I returned back, no, before I traveled, I have to go and see the GP again, because he gave me 2 days for another appointment. So the 2 days I went there, the GP was waiting for me with another doctor, a female doctor. With my own doctor is a male. Another female doctor, she was a Philippine doctor waiting. So I came in, Rosie, how are you? How are you? I said, I'm fine. And the doctor now asked me, how do you sleep? What do you eat? How do you know questions now? They started asking different questions. Some of them I couldn't even answer it because I don't know what they were talking about. Then the female doctor now said, look, you're going to have so many experiences. Some of them will be very, very unpleasant. And some of them, you will even want to cry. It might even lead to needing help psychologically. I said, me needing help psychologically. I said, okay. I sat down. I was listening to them. I told them that the only problem I have now is the heat. Everybody, I said, in this period of the year, everybody's wearing coat, everybody's cold, but I'm so warm that I don't know what to do. The only thing they could tell me, they said, drink plenty water. Drink a lot of water. And the female doctor now told me, look, there's a way they can reverse it back. There are medications that can help me to reverse it back. He said, but it doesn't work on many people. That there are people it doesn't work for. That there are people it works for. That they will do some kind of exam. They will do. She was just trying. I was just looking at her. So when she finished, I said, I'm not interested. She said, what? I said, yes, I'm not interested. She said, okay, what we're going to do now, we're going to refer you again to a consultant. I said, okay. They referred me. When they referred me to a consultant, the consultant that was supposed to see me called sick. Listen, and listen good. Woman. The consultant that was supposed to see me called sick was not on sick that day. I don't know what they said happened to her. God arranged another consultant that has the same problem like mine to see me. When this, when the secretary to the consultant I was supposed to see came to me and said, look, your consultant is not here today. She called sick. They're going to give you another appointment, but the appointment is going to be one more time. But we have another consultant. I don't know whether you would like to see that consultant or if the consultant would like to see you. I said, okay. I said, in the first case, go and ask the consultant if he or she can see me. Oh, she said, no, is she? She's a female. I said, okay, that's good enough. Ask her if she can see me. Then the consultant now replied back that I should wait, that she has 2 more people to see. That after the 2 more people, they can send me in. That she doesn't have many patients to see. I said, okay. So after the 2 people, I went inside. When I went inside, she said, how can I help you? I said, I don't know. I was just being referred. I don't know how you're going to help me. She said, well, why she's asking is that, then she called the girl, please, can you bring the file? That's the secretary. The secretary now said, oh, she's sorry. She brought the file. And she said, as I know, I was not the consultant that she was, that was supposed to see me. I said, no problem. You just, immediately she started going through the file. She just, she was just focusing on one place. Then she couldn't open. She couldn't talk to me. I was looking at them because to me it was like a film. A woman that went on menopause at the age of 38 was like a film. These days now, maybe you can see it more. But as at that time, as I said, it's so many years ago. I'm going towards my 60 now. One day, I will tell you the reason why I'm still looking very, very good. Because this thing so dealt with me that I lose all my hair. All my hair. We'll come to that. It dealt with me that if not God, maybe we could have just been saying another story this time. So when I was waiting for her to say something. I was waiting. Then me now, the patient, now asking the consultant, are you okay? Are you okay? Are you okay? She was looking at me. I could see her name in her badge, but I couldn't pronounce it because it's a Chinese name. If I have to pronounce it, maybe she would not even know I was talking to her because something like that. I can't pronounce it. I was, focusing on the name, but I couldn't pronounce it. But all I was saying, doctor, are you okay? Then she raised her head and just looked at me. She now said, yes, She's okay. She said she went on menopause 3 years ago. Then I now ask her, how old are you now? If you went on menopause 3 years ago, how old are you now? She says she's almost 42. I said, so you went on menopause at the age of 38? She said yes. I said, hey, another one. At least now she will be able to tell me what she, kind of her own experience, because now at least they said in my language, they said whoever is in front of the river, or who has gone far in the ocean or river, will be able to tell who is behind how deep it is. Then I was asking her, how did you get there? Are you married? She said, yes, she's married. She said when she got married, she went on honeymoon. So on her way back from honeymoon, that she didn't get her period. So she was happy, thinking she was